Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Unification casts this side of East Yorkshire. And today I've got a 2 versus 2 on Iron Line. Playing as Space Marines on Team 1, we've got Necrotechnica and his comrade Falco as the Eldar. In opposing team, we've got Magic Man as the Legion of the Damned, and we've got Yazoo 55 as the Witch Hunters. So this is quite an exciting map. I don't think we've actually seen it on the channel before. Got all these little trenches, and I mean, none of this is considered heavy cover or anything, but just look at the aesthetics. Very pleasing. What would be a wonderful match to or map to have Deathcore Krieg on. It's very that kind of vibe. We've also got this huge amount of negative cover in the middle with all the critical locations. I don't know whether these explosions do any AoE damage or knockbacks to anyone coming onto there, but we shall see. Also got some tank traps as well, so not sure how well vehicles are going to work on this map. I mean, I don't think they're going to work very well at all. Probably an infantry slog by the looks of things. And I mean, the Legion of the Damned are going to have a grand old time on this map, considering that it's so long that no one's going to be able to do any harassment or try and bother your base or anything, so you could just take up all day long and have a grand old time. So it's been a busy weekend for me. It's going to be a busy week, actually, all in all. Just came back from Comic-Con, and Comic-Con was absolutely phenomenal. Got loads of good Warhammer cosplay content, well, videos, pictures, whatever. Had a talk with a couple of people, so tomorrow I will be uploading a video for that when I get it all edited and done the voiceover for it. And also the Speed Freaks Alpha, the Orc Bloomin', what's it called? It's like a racing slash vehicle combat thing. I don't know, it's like Mad Max but with orcs. The alpha's dropped for that, so on Wednesday I might get a video up for that. And then what else is there? There's bloomin' Rogue Trader, 1st of June, the beta for that comes out, so I have to get a video done for that as well, so very busy times. Also, I've got the Kill Team Battlecast to do. I've got all the videos done, I just need to do the voiceover. I'm getting on it, trust me, I will, all the videos will be done, I promise. Just, there's too much to do and I'm but one man. Here we go, some Seraphians. I said that the map's a bit long for counter-harass and all that, but Seraphians are always good for getting involved. We do see a lot of scouts trying to capture all the bits and bobs around the front of this servitor have been left alone at the front. We'll have to run away. Thankfully, it's not been slowed down as none of this is heavy cover, but could have done with some. In all honesty, scouts have kind of just left them alone. There we go, all the way over here. They have gone for some sniper rifles. Whether those snipers will help them against Seraphins, I have yet to see, although a triple of them. So one volley, and only a small amount of Seraphins. How much damage does one volley do? Actually, not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, these Seraphins are going to have to bees all the way back home. Over here, we've got some Dark Reapers, fleet of foot, taking out this, what you call the motorbike for the Legion of the Damned. You've got a name, haven't you? Legion Outrider. There we go. Yeah, okay, you know what? Ignore everything that I said earlier on. Apparently, the length of the map is none of anyone's concern. Do have a Attica Centurus coming in. Going to be tying these guys up. If you spread them out, there we go, look at that. They've been given some big sads on them. Imagine that just makes them take more damage or something, or do less damage. Quite an aesthetically pleasing ability, I do have to say. Quite like the symbols above them. Yeah, they will fall back. And Dark Reapers over here are going to fall in. And see if they can bash any bits and bobs around. Going to see all these listing posts. Need to take these guys out, as that is what the Legion of the Damned used for health regen and stuff like that. Going to see some Legionaries coming out before they go into their tier 2s. And one good thing about Legion of the Damned is that they can basically just teleport most of their units into the battlefield. So no matter what's going on around the place, they could just provide some supporting fire. Look at this unified combat animation. What a beautiful little thing. Got 2 Seraphin squads over here. Not sure if the scouts have been taken care of. Oh, they're over here just chilling out in the background. No point trying to take on those Seraphins if you're outnumbered by that amount. But Dark Reapers being a real nuisance. Legion Outrider trying to show them away. Do have a squad of Legionnaires. Only 2 members in their squad at the moment. Chasing around the Dark Reapers. But these guys won't be caught out of position anytime soon. Quick as you like. But I'll take a bit of damage, to be fair. And these Dark Reapers over here. There we go. Get some firing on them. Although Legion Outrider can get engaged in glorious hand-to-hand combat. Look at that. Nearly got him. I would have knocked them all over the place. but sandwiched in between two Dark Reaper squads. He's lost his morale, which I do believe gives him a combat buff of some description. But he goes down all the same. Attica Centuris unable to really do anything with that. Eldar now capturing the middle bits. The explosions don't knock him over. Alright, fair enough. But while all that's going on, these Seraphims are just denying everything and anything. I want to turn their attention to bashing up some of the Eldari stuff, just so that the Eldar can stop pushing as far as they are. Got a Nascent Dreams of a Dying Emperor. I do believe that this is immune to ranged attacks, if my memory serves me correctly. Sister's going to kick down another Listening Shrine as these Legionnaires move forward. Quite strong in these Legionnaires, but very small in number. You only really have 2 in a squad by the looks of things. But I do believe that as the Legion of the Damned take up their squad's size increase? Question mark. Anyway, Guardians are going to come in. Going to give them another kicking. Very kicking-themed match there. Oh, you've teleported somewhere. Now over onto that side. Attica Centuris joining them with gay abandon. Sister's going for another unified kicking. And it's all kind of in the middle at the moment. No one's really getting too far in the head. Although, mind you, I mean, the Witch Hunters at the moment, they've got all their side nice and tucked away. No one's really taking on their economy. And they've done a really good job at denying the front points to the Eldar and the Space Marines. Though we do have some regular old tactical Marines and a couple of snipers. So they should do alright, especially when assisting these Dark Reapers. The Sisters, while the Seraphims with their jumping ability should be able to use this terrain to their advantage and be able to get out there without too much drama. We'll take that down. Can't go for the decap there. Do need to get out there ASAP. Oh no, never mind. Just go in deeper. Fair enough. Bunting over here being pest and harried. Trying to build up a webway gate. A webway gate will be absolutely amazing for the Eldar if they can get their webways maybe in like a little cheeky place here where like no one can see them. There is potential for that. The Seraphims are a little bit outnumbered here. Centurius is going to come in to provide some swiping sword support with a Falcon Grav Tank on the field. These Seraphims have done their business. Time to go home. One lady will... Oh no, they're not going to go home. They're just going to continue. Or are you? What's your plan? More things been teleported in. Some Legionnaires. Well, Legionaries... I can't read. Leave me alone. Just one man trying his best. And morale's been broken, but they don't mind. They're going to stay in. Scout's been reduced to 1 model, but it's still got the sniper rifle in hand. He's actually kicking the living heck out of these guys. Not a bad little unit, these boys. Can't get them down, especially when Attica is joining their ranks. Falcon Grav Tank shoving these ladies away, making sure they don't come back over. Necrotechnica finally getting some listing posts with some shooty bits on them to keep them safe and secure. Double Dark Reapers in there as well for additional firepower as and when they need. Guardians over here. And the Legion of the Damned Space Marines looks like they've been taken care of. But taking a lot of damage has that Space Marine squad. That's just going to chill out here. He's got his little Animus... how does one say that? Malorum. Little friendly Skull Servitor. Always take one for a walk when you can. Legionnaires just going to chill out in here. Oh, when they have morale, low morale, they take constant damage. Okay, that makes sense. Fair enough. Look at it, we're all learning here, boys and girls. It's been a while since we've seen Legion of the Damned in a game, actually. A very long while indeed. Yeah, we've got tier 2s on the go for both the lads down on the southern side. Have we got tier... Yeah, we've got tier 2s for you. Dreadnoughts, Legionnaires. Also got the tier 2 for the Arbites. Looking at the economy, it's 98 and 53, 110 and 30, 0 and 0 obviously because Legion of Damned do Legion of the Damned things, and 152 and 60. So definitely Witch Hunters have made the most use of their space and their strategic points. Soon to see some dreadnoughts being dropped in, I imagine. Be a real issue for the Space Marines, as at the moment they don't have anything in the way of anti-vehicle. We're going to get more scouts. Going to go for a dreadnought of their own, so dreadnought on dreadnought action potentially. Got a Canoness walking across the exploding battlefields. And Legionnaires have regained the morale, and I do believe that when they regain the morale and they're not in combat, their health regen goes through the roof. So not bad at all. Pardon me. Servitor falling back, trying to regroup. Look at the speed that he can run when he's not feeling too happy about it, but dying from the after effects of fire. Tends to happen when you set things on fire. They die after a while. Legionnaires been teleported in. These guys are going to go for additional... Yeah, there we go. When they take up, they do go for additional squad members. I know things. Well done me. It's Dreadnought not taking no for an answer. We'll see this Canoness. So I'll try and bash her around. While this is going on, the Eldar over here are beating things up. One Legion of the damn Dreadnought throwing this guy around like a pack of empty crisps. Look at that uppercut, just knocking everyone over. Yeah, taking on the Legion of the Damned is quite a tricky thing in their base. But you would normally see these strategic points all having been upgraded some shooty bits by now. But not today, I'm afraid. Got a star cannon on these guys. The Dark Reapers continue to move around. Got some Celestians over here, making quick work of these listing posts. And Dreadnought over here. Looks like he's managed to kill that Canoness at some point. Legion of the Damned squad goes down here. Razorback Ricarius. Oh, Attica, you're still around. Look at him go. But it doesn't look like he's going to be staying around for much longer with all these flamers on these Razorbacks. He's been brown breaded, squeezed and pleased, turned around and thrown about, banged down, flip it, reversed it, whatever that R&B song was way back when. Yeah, Celestians with their melter guns, be a real problem for these guys down here. Do have a entrenched turret being placed down by Magic Man, but will be cancelled all the same. And now got a Devastator squad coming in, ideally good against these Celestians. Over here, just the Guardians being an absolute nuisance. Nephilim jet fighters and dreadnoughts alike going to come in. Oh, and we also have a Pentia squad charging around with their charge mechanic. Absolutely terrifying. I said this in the last Witch Hunters game, but these models, whoever did them, just hats off to these guys, because they're, if we can get a better look, just look so much more Repentia-ish than the vanilla models, do have to say. But quite a lot of Razorbacks now. Celestians can't quite get a shot off with that Dreadnought in there, but they have managed to kill that Dreadnought. Legionnaires, also with the morale broken, they move quite slowly as well. Scouts taking some pot shots, but the Celestians being heavy infantry, they will be able to tank a fair bit of damage. Let's take a couple of shots. If they had a couple of snipers, it'd be a completely different story, but need a couple more. Right, transport coming out. And these ladies arming themselves with more melter guns. That poor scout getting absolutely murked straight away. Got some fire dragons charging into close combat. Relatively tanky ladies, not too bad if you want to use them as a screening force, but not what they're ideal for. Legionnaire throwing out a grenade. There's a lot of firepower just for two boys to deal with on their own. And we're going to teleport away to safer and greener pastures. Got a Seer Council out for Falco. Over here, Repentia's moving across the battle-soaked land. One Repentia going off on her own little personal journey, live laughing and loving as she goes about her deeds and business. And actually, there seems to be a little bit of room for the vehicles. I thought the vehicles would have a bit of difficulty manoeuvring around, but they seem to be doing alright. But yeah, Celestians taking out two Rhinos. Ricarius doing a fair bit of damage, especially for these Devastators providing firing support. Legionnaires teleporting somewhere far away. These guys fall back. Got a Dreadnought and the Repentias continuously charging down the battlefield. Falcon and Grav Tank going to come over and see if they can sort them out with a Farseer. And are you with it? Yep, Brunette, Farseer today. These apprentices just not caring whatsoever. They're just going to walk straight in, ignore everything around them, and see what kind of tasty tech that they can bash. They're going to go straight for these plasma generators with the... What are you? You are Mistress. Double whips. Whip crack away. And away does this plasma generator go. We do have a Seer Council shifting and manoeuvring in. These bad boys are quite lethal. Very difficult to take on. Especially when you are lightly armoured like the apprentices are. But with pure battle rage and fury, they're going to come in. Look at the spin that Mistress can do. Lovely attack animation. Fire Dragon's taking care of that Dreadnought. No dramas whatsoever. Being supported as well by this Listening Shrine. So apprentices are going to have to really pull something out the bag here if they want to succeed. Do have one Warlock just in the middle of his death animation, deciding to float away there. But actually, the Warlock's kind of struggling here. Did not expect this. The apprentices are also faltering themselves. They'll turn around and see if they can bash up something else a little bit squishier. Warlocks have fallen. The apprentice, not sure how much longer they can survive. Especially when you've got Flamers and Stormbolters firing around at you. There we go, they make their final stand. One final swipe at the webway gate before these ladies go down. But did do much economic damage, but it was fun. It's fun to watch, and is that not the main thing? Got a couple of Nephilim jet fighters being slowly but surely whittled down by these scout snipers. But one more volley from these lads will be able to take them out. There we go, headshot. Look at that. I'm going to see a Light of the Emperor Act of Faith and a Passion Act of Faith research, so more faith doodads going on for the Witch Hunters. What are you doing? Can I click on you? Hold on. You're going to go for your tier 3s or 4s or whatever. More Dreadnoughts, more Legionnaires. Got a Wraith Lord out. And the Space Marines looking quite healthy at the moment with their diverse array of units. Not yet to push out though, and have yet to actually got a commanding presence on their own strategic points. Do need to get that up ASAP. Also got to bear in mind that for your big, huge units, you do need these critical locations in the middle, which I do believe the Eldar's got one. The Eldar's got two, in fact, so there is that to take into consideration. Triple Celestians now out. And replacement Repentias on the way. And double Nephilim jet fighters. Razorback Macarius. Gonna have a little look. Probably not what he wants to see there. I want to go back home. No, he's just gonna stay there like a real man. Take it on the chin before exploding himself. So yeah, at the moment, I mean, what we've got: Space Marines in a good position, Eldar in a good position. Eldar have got some amazing tier 1 and tier 2 Titans at the late stage of the game. Space Marines, they've got their own Titans as well. They've got their Warhound Titan. They've also got some decent Land Raiders. Not sure how the Land Raiders, our Titans, are going to feel manoeuvring it through these narrow corridors. But the Eldar Titans, they can do jumping stuff, can't they, sir? They won't be too bad. Not sure. I mean, well, these Witch Hunters, they've got their Saints, haven't they? The Saints are quite legit. Got a Terminator squad teleporting straight in the middle. Nephilim jet fighter looking to focus on the back line of Space Marines. Can also do a fair bit of damage against the Razorback, but will be taken down. And yeah, the front line of a Terminator squad be quite difficult. Oh, what are you? Oh, you're a good. Never mind. From my vantage point up here, it looked like a stick being upright. Well, with the push going so well down south, you know full well that to counteract that, Falco's going to bring out the big boys. Warp Spiders, amazing on this map. Obviously for their teleporting capabilities. Listening post still not being upgraded with shooting bits. In fact, actually only now still being recapped. Over on this side, big push into the Space Marine base. Another Razorback goes down, second one to follow soon. And yeah, the Space Marines don't have much in the way to defend against this push at the moment. So the Eldar might have to come back, stop their push to prevent their Space Marine ally from being brown-breaded. Do have a Harlequin, Wraithlord, and a squad of Warp Spiders coming in. How this Wraithlord is going to deal with these Celestians, I'm not entirely sure. At least the Harlequin should be able to keep these ladies busy. Where are you going, Wraithlord? Come on, there we go. One singular backhand before he's taken out. Very unfortunate. Plasma generators being knocked down. Got some infiltrated scouts firing away, but I think these Terminators can shrug off the occasional sniper fire. Warp Spiders over here being really pestered by these Repentiers. And Sharper Barracks goes down, but over here, Portal of the Damned. The fire that burns the warp is going to come out, as well as a Land Raider Phoebus, but will it be enough to take on all this stuff? Retributor squad over here going to try and provide some firing support, as well as these Legionnaires. So both bases under dire circumstances at the moment. And just chaos and mayhem everywhere. Space being spread out quite a lot. Going to try and focus down this Repentier squad before they do anything else. They can kill that Repentier squad, and they've got free reign against these Celestians, but there is a second one down here. You'll see a Storm Talon, quite a lethal unit, especially against melee-only squads. And through the bushes comes more green. Little toddler run before the backhand comes out. Now the Vicariuses can move forward, knowing that there's a little bit less in the way of firepower coming out for them. Down over on this side, we do have a Exalted... Oh, Exalted Dreadnought. You're quite fancy looking, aren't you? You got a little lady in there. Got a little lady in there as well. That's cool. I like that. Yeah, double fire coming out. Got some regular old Sisters of Battle bringing out their Sister of Battle veteran. And the fire that burns the warp, looking to burn that Farseer with his Thunder Hammer. Engaging in glorious hand-to-hand combat. Look at that going. The amount of damage that just one singular swipe does. Absolutely phenomenal stuff. You know, give her the old spin before she falls down deaded. And it's absolute bedlam and chaos. We've got an Avatar Kane coming out. So these ladies, while doing an amazing job at pushing forward, have now been taken out by the sheer amount of stuff that the Eldar have brought out to field. The Double Guardians over here, a Land Raider Phoebus, and a significant amount of Sisters. And an Immolator as well. Yes, it's almost as if this is a game of Eldar versus Witch Hunters, and these two other players are just kind of there for the ride, baby. They're just there to maybe offer the occasional big unit. I'm gonna see some more scouts as this Dreadnought from Magic Man is taken down. That Wraithlord goes down there, so at least he's taken someone with him. The Avatar of Kane, long and slender, muscular legs, walking and striding across the battlefield. But now is the time for the counterattack, and looks like Yazoo 55 is going to bring down his units down to this side of the map, so he can at least catch any advancing Eldar. Got a Webway Gate here. Might be an idea to take away these critical locations before you do anything else. Webway Gates being spread across the battlefield. Immolator getting involved in close combat. That's not what you want, tank. That's not what you do. You've got no arms. We are going to see, oh dear, a Revenant Titan on the way. The population is full, so we'll have to wait for the Wraithlords to be brown-breaded. But that's not a bad idea. You get your maximum vehicle units out. Then you have like that Titan in the back pocket. Obviously the Titan takes a while to build, so while that's building, get some use out of these smaller Wraithlords. And then, yeah, when they die, the big boy comes out. That poor sister over there being surrounded by all those Wraithlords. Not a happy time for her at all. This is quite a strong firing line. And they've got buffs coming out the wazoo here. Lots of damage output for these ladies. Razorback Vicarius coming around the flanks, but how long will it survive? Not entirely sure. And this is just absolute bedlam and mayhem. Wraithlord's trying to get into close combat, but they're kind of tripping over themselves. One Wraithlord thinking, I'll just take the long way around, and look at that, the Avatar Kane strolling over. As imposing as you like. Go on, do something. Hit something. Be useful. It looks like he just kind of joined the enemy team. You know, I don't want to join the Eldar anymore. I want to stand there and watch as things go by. There we go. That's very unfortunate. Sometimes you do get that animation stuck bug thing, which is not what you want, but there's something. There we go, giving her a bit of a handy as he throws her over his shoulder. Well, the Eldar advance does seem to have been absolutely crushed by the combined arms of Sisters and Legion alike. Wraithlord goes down as well. So Space Marine player, what have you... Oh, this Nephilim fight has been causing badness. Haven't rebuilt their barracks yet, which is something. Revenant Titan, only 52% being built. Not sure if they'll come out in time. Do have the Dreams of a Dying Emperor repairing this Land Raider Phobos as they go on. The Wraithlords just kind of just standing in the middle, trying to block the path for as long as they can. Over on this side, Scout Marines have been seen and have been cleaned up. This is intimidating, man. This is... How they're going to pull this off, the Eldar and Space Marines, no idea. We've got very... I mean, what is the squad cap at the moment? We've got 5 out of 15 and 11 out of 17. Gonna go for some Predators and Hellfire Dreadnought. So firing support for the Eldar. Not bad. Librarian in there as well for mass of infantry. Swooping... Okay, interesting. Swooping Hawks. Great against infantry and generally a lot of things, but very fragile. Not sure how they'll fare in a prolonged firefight, especially with just the sheer amount of supporting buffs that these Sisters have at the moment. These sacred banner bearers. But the Wraithlords are doing a good job. I mean, what kind of a... Oh, you could just spend money all day long. Revenant Titan, moving forward. Is it going to go for Sonic Lances? Just yet. Apparently they're a lot better than the Lance that they got. Look at that, just slender. Slender as you like. And it does seem like Falco's just given up on the infantry game. The Wraithlords are now his basic infantry units. Holding that line in the centre, look at that glorious stuff. Breaking down the Immolator. Another Immolator to go. But Sisters now able to fan out a little bit. Problem with going down here is that you've got loads of ladies on the back lines here that are unable to fire forwards. Whereas this Revenant Titan got quite the range on him. Swooping Hawks now going to add to the cacophony of battle. Over down on this side we do have a Land Raider Redeemer as well as a Dreadnought coming in, but these Predators are going to do fairly alright against him. But some, what are you? Some Celestians joining the ranks. And this is going to be difficult, man. A lot for the Space Marines to contend with. Especially since all the Legion of the Damned stuff is now teleporting in. Tricksy stuff. Oh, not quite like that. Rather than trying to bash through the front lines, the Witch Hunters are just going to move around. Very nice. The Swooping Hawks will try their best to stand up to the punishment. But like I say, you don't want these on your front line. You want these to kind of just be on the back lines. Making shish kebab. Woman. Oh, she spins around. Look at that. No idea where she's going. No idea where she's headed, but she's having a good time by the looks of things. All things considered, realistically. Over here, it does seem like Space Marines are holding on. They're doing an alright job. Are going to get some more Space Marines out with missile launchers, I imagine. And the assault's still continuing, but it is faltering somewhat. There's only so many times you can kill a Wraithlord before you think, oh my goodness, we're running out of ammunition. Got a Revenant Titan jumping back. Greater Webway support gate, taking a bit of damage. Needs that All-Crafts Worlds link to be able to get the really big units out. Are we doing the same over here? Are we getting the big units out from this perspective? Constant Celestians, only 3 allowed in a army there. You'll see some more Immolators. Shout out to Militant Order. All that usual gubbins, but nothing Nothing substantial from the sisters. Or the witch hunters. Well, they've gone for the Adeptus Sororitas tech tree path, so they're basically sisters at this point. Emulator looking like it's not going to survive much longer. Wraith Lords, while amazing at bashing things around, especially singular targets, the reinforcement rate of these sisters, you need a little bit more burst damage to be able to take on a infantry mass this size. But they're going to stay there. They're going to keep on going. The Hellfire Dreadnought in the back lines. Webway assembly. An additional one for more plasma generators is being slapped down. Land Raider Phoebus still online. Exalted Dreadnought charging forward. Avatar of Cain back on the field. Going to look to see if we can bash things about. Might be better served over here trying to kill these ladies, but hard to really tell at this stage of the game. The sisters doing what they can, but it does seem like they're in retreat now. I mean, I'd say that they've done a fairly decent amount of economic damage, which, I mean, they have. But, like, when you've got this kind of flirt, economic damage, well, I mean, it will be felt. After a while, when they've spent all their money, they will start feeling it if you can constantly put that pressure on them. But it will take a while for them to feel the economic difference. There he's over here, been surrounding this Wraith Lord. Getting him down. What kind of flirt's everyone gone for at the moment? I mean, obviously, Portal Damned, nothing going on down there. Although the fight that bends the warp, we kind of need to move him about. Be useful to have him on the front lines. Yeah, we've got all the flirt in the world. Space Marines are not the same level of flirt. Sad to say. Gonna go for some more vehicle cap and squad cap. Need to bring out those big numbers. And the All Crafts World link soon to be finished. So I might see those big units in a memento. Land Raider Phoebus looks like it's been brown breaded. The sisters coming in for a second pass. I think in this stage of the game what you would really want to focus on is destroying the... Oh dear, the Avatar Ken goes down. What killed you? Surely you... There was not much in the way of things killed... Oh, you've got... These what are you? Hold on. You are... Legionnaires! Oh, you just infiltrated. Fair enough. But yeah, at this stage of the game, there we go. The production buildings are what you want to destroy. I mean, if you can't kill their economy because they've already got too much flirt, then just kill the production. And no matter how much money your opponent has, they can't build things. Which is a cool way to think about it. There we go. The Phantom Titan on the way. Razorbacks coming around the flanks. If they could focus on one unit at a time, that might be the way forward for them, as this blob of ladies does not seem to be being killed anytime soon. Legionnaires on the back lines. These swooping hawks seem to not mind them though. They're just going to leave them to their own devices. Crikey on a bikey. And these sisters now feeling the pain. As this quadruple, whatever you would call a team of 4 of Wraith Lords, finally turning all these guys into what can only be described as the Dark Eldar Torch Chamber with the meat upgrade. I mean, that's a lot of meat. That is a lot of meat. But Dreadnought's been teleported in. We are going to see a Land Raider Phoebus once again being built up. Sisters of Battle, come on, bring out your big stuff. You've got the economy for it. Or do they have big stuff? So no, not all factions have the Titans, but surely you've got some... Ah, there we go, Saint Celestine on the way. She's going to be one tough customer, but will she be tough enough for the Phantom Titan? Legionnaires teleporting in exactly where they don't want to be. You can't have been in any more of a deadly place to be in than in the middle of 4 Wraith Knights. That is very unfortunate. But yeah, they managed to weather the storm. Space Marines over here. Now going to see if they can press forward. Necrotechnica has still got his listing posts online. Also got his relic as well. We'll need to capture a critical location if he wants to bring out his big boys. Magic Man warning that 6 minutes till he can get his night out. It's a very specific amount of time. How do you know this? Have you timed it? Just gonna go for some more Legionnaire Outriders. There we go. If you could just build up some infantry just to support this mass of sisters. And we're just seeing good old regular sisters coming out. Not sure that will work against the Revenant and the Phantom Titan. But we shall see. Gonna come out bringing out the big booms. The big boy and the small boy. Now the portents for the Battle Sisters and the Legion of the Damned do not look favourable, but these aren't the tankiest of Titans. It's not impossible to take them out. We have seen, I think it was the Tau Civil War game where we saw some of their big Titan units being taken out quite easily. Or was it the Dark Eldar? I know that the Dark Eldar game saw a lot of Titan units in that. And they were relatively easy to take out for Titan standards. Where are you going, girls? You just moving for the trenches. Looking for... Yeah, they're probably looking for a critical location, I imagine, to capture for themselves. Over here, we do have just this Revenant Titan... Oh, sorry, the Phantom Titan just walking in like he owns the place. There's a lot of damage to this portal as well, so definitely need to do something. We've got this whole battlefield swarming with women, but won't do you all that many favours if your teammate goes down. Terminator squad being teleported in. And there we go, the fire that burns the warp. Waking up. Time to smell the bacon and bash this Phantom Titan up as best he can. But then deciding to go for his plasma gun instead. Fair enough. Go on, bash him. Go for his ankles, that's where the weakest. But no, Legion of the Damned goes down. Very unfortunate stuff there. And now the Phantom Titan ready to walk among the primitive humans. But no, that's not to say that Yazoo 55 is out. He's got the economy, he's got the production buildings. He just needs to... Good lord, I've got headphones on at the moment, and obviously the game's on it, but like when you clicked on the Adeptus Sororitas Armorium, or how you pronounce that word, there's like a little singing girl that sings in your left headphone and then your right headphone. I was like, holy shit. Who snuck into my room and starts whispering sweet nothings in my ear? But no, it's just a video game. Always a video game. Anyway, it's a good stand from the sisters. They're holding out as best they can. Exalted Dreadnought smashing around, but Phantom Titan whittles him away. The Revenant Titan has taken a bit of damage. It's not all over yet. They're doing a big push down here. Avatar of Cain swiping his sword about. And maybe in this base race, although imagine in saying that, not sure if a base race is the way forward here. As obviously, I mean, you've got one base over here, which is fairly big, in all fairness, but then you've got... Oh, what is it? You've got two bases down here, which will take even longer to take on. The sisters will pay no heed, they will continue pushing all the while. Venerable Dreadnought now out, giving that lady a squeeze before throwing her away. There's lots of throwing around in this combat today. More so than normal. Yeah, Sisters Base falling quite low here. Production buildings no longer supporting things, and Saint Celestine from that little building there has been cancelled now due to being destroyed. We are seeing 1 million local headquarters being built up, and they are going to bring out as many Sentinel powerlifters as possible. Going to go for Nephilim jet fighters out the wazoo for Yazoo here. The Phantom Titan bringing out that big electric. Sisters down here have been taken care of by the combined arms of Eldar and Space Marines. Now they're going to move forward and see if they can provide some support. But can this strategy work if they just build up all their buildings elsewhere and then build up another army ready to take on these Phantom Titans? I mean, the Phantom Titan is not looking all that healthy anymore, and neither is the Revenant Titan. So the sisters might have defended themselves for the moment. Guys are going to fall back. Don't want to lose these guys at the moment. Give the sisters a chance to rebuild. And move them away. Take out one thing at a time. Immolator with their twin multi-melter guns, but not surviving all that well. Sisters now coming in en masse in force. Going for storm bottles on some of these ladies, but realistically you want the anti-vehicular stuff. And little rose petals falling down. I think that's when they get like some sort of research going on. Can't remember what the research is called there. Yeah, nothing else been built. Just relying on these ladies and the Nephilim jet fighters as and when they can. Do have some supporting. You're a Dreadnought coming in? Oh no, you're just scouts. But let's look from the Space Marine perspective. Also have some Eldar coming down on this side as well. So a brave last stand on the cards here. And they're doing alright. They've, like I said, they've scared these guys away. That they're retreating back to whence they came. Sisters of Battle over on the southern side, manning this central trench. Wraithlord comes in. Also got a Seer Council. Only 3 models left in there, but they are also reinforcing. What kind of econ have you got going on at the moment? Oh, you've got econ for days, mate. Well, in saying that, the Avatar Kane does not survive for long. Very low on health at the moment. Will probably be taken down by a stiff breeze at this point. Yeah, I do apologise. A good amount of firepower coming in from the back lines here. Going to focus on these Arbites posts. Sisters of Battle taking a lot of damage in the chops from this Phantom Titan. Having something to teleport in. What are you? You are an explosion. Good. Oh, no, you're not explosion. You are. What are you? Are you Saint Celestine? Saint Celestine coming in. Look at her go. She's going to take no prisoners. But will she be able to take on this Phantom Titan? Doesn't seem like she's doing all that much damage, in all fairness. But she'll get the job done. As this Phantom Titan doesn't seem to be able to fire at her. It's quite a fast lad. Look at him go. Over on this side. Sisters managing to defend this push. They're actually doing alright, all things considered. Big swipe from Celestine. I mean, is the... I'd say that you get an advantage for maybe like capturing all these gubbins and building up your listing posts, but you've got them. You don't need it there. You're fine as you are, young man. All spies trying to take on these listing posts, all wonderfully placed on here. So multiple layers of fire going on. Celestine's still going for it. And the sisters now conga lining outwards. Almost like going through No Man's Land World War I style. Charge across the trenches. Say that again. Charge across the trenches. Trying to ignore all the machine gun fire coming in. Got some ladies over here trying to focus fire on them. But Venerable Dreadnought round the back lines. Causing problems and mayhem. And since Celestine now going to be pestered and bothered by an Avatar of Cain if she's not careful. There we go, she's going to come out and see what kind of econ damage she can do. If she can take on that webway assembly, that would certainly be helpful. Take them back down the tech path just a little bit. The Debsorotus feeling the burn. Bit of emotional support required as St. Celestine has been taken down. Mifflin jet fighter trying to save their comrades from this venerable dreadnought, but nothing really happening there for them, I'm afraid. Sisters over here also being surrounded. Got a Predator out. What looks like to be a melter gun and some plasma cannons. Yeah, not a happy place to be standing, in all fairness. Do have the Revenant Titan, the go fast ability. Doing some counteracting, or counter-attacking, sorry. But it seems like no matter what time of day it is, the Sisters have just got 1 million units. At all times. Avatar of Cain with his third appearance. Doing his little happy dance before continuing to break down the faces of these Sisters. Got a lot of Swooping Hawks in here. Wonderful firing support there. Should the Avatar be able to hold the line. One singular Sister of Battle contended in hand-to-hand combat by the Avatar of Cain, but she's got friends now. Storm Town being taken care of by that Nephilim jet fighter. Swooping Hawks repositioning themselves on top of this ridge. Sisters over here are slinging their negative cover as well, so it'll be quite tricky for them to defend the centre. Certainly at a disadvantage. Revenant Titan now on red health, but far too mobile for these Sisters to keep up with him. I imagine the Big Titan. Where are you, Big Titan?
Incoming enemy fire.
Oh, you're over here. Right, you're joining in the fray. I want to get some repair jobs done there. Sisters front line. Gosh, I'm so sorry. Honestly, that weekend at Comic Con has really knackered me out. Way too much walking, way too much partying. It's good fun there. The Land Raider Redeemer, look at him go. Fire engulfing the Land Raider Phobos. But only, well, fire's only going to do you so much good when these big boy Titans come a knocking. And Swooping Hawks as well. There we go, that Land Raider is kaput. Over on this side, a bit of a firefight. Well, there was. Till the webways went down. Listening Shrine here from Falco, soon to be ripped in two. The Avatar's got the momentum, baby. He's not stopping for anyone. Especially not with all this fire support coming in for him. It's a one-man front line. He is doing what he does best. Over on this side, a flanking squad of Sisters. Looks like they'll be rattled by this Phantom Titan. But they're still focusing on the economy here. It's always got a level of dedication. Gotta respect it. Sisters now gonna look, see if they can get their critical location on the go. And a few big units from the Sisters might be a way to turn this around. Like I say, crazier, more bonkers things have occurred in the past. Magic Man has left the game. He's done with watching. Avatar swiping his sword left and right, knocking all these ladies over. More lady kebabs being made on his sword. Now the Revenant Titan's been repaired somewhat, so it should be quite cool to just bring out now. Deal that final blow. Unless of course the Sisters can handle it. By the looks of things, they do seem to be able to do a good job of it. There we go, take him on. But Space Marines over here, not in range at all. They're just kind of chilling out, really. Providing a little bit of support should the sisters ever get any fresh ideas about engaging glorious hand-to-hand combat. Sororita's vehicle facility going to be built up some more. More battle sisters. I assume that these guys don't auto-replenish, or auto-build, sorry. That will explain the sheer amount of them. But strange that with all his... Yeah, strange that with all his economy hasn't just rebuilt... Oh, no, he's gone for his reliquary of faith down here. Fair enough, ignore me. A slow bit of progress being made by the Eldar on this side of the map. For every inch of ground they gain, they've got to take it with blood, sweat and tears. War Spiders over here, but not sure how well they're doing. Oh, look at that, Warhound Titan. So many Titans as you want. There we go, there's little puppet. Little wolf dog coming out to play. Does that mean are you always going to get your other one? Ah, there we go. Paragons of Mars. So once that's researched, they're able to get their even bigger Titan out. But the sisters are not giving up without a fight. If you want massed infantry sections, then Yazoo 55 has got you covered. Good job there's not many explodey things there. Phantom Titan, still out, still about. Taking out that Nephilim jet fighter, and all these good goodies to be got round this side of the map. While the sisters are constantly pushing down on this side. Yeah, not sure if the sisters are really contributing all that much. They have got all being auto-reinforced with storm bolters, which is interesting. I mean, do they do more? Do they do some sort of like damage against vehicles? I'm not entirely sure. That is the way for them. Probably want to see a multi-melter or two in those ranks, but hey ho, that's fine when you've got the Phantoms about. Or maybe it's not fine when we've got Phantoms about, depending on which side you're on, I suppose. Well, there we go. For a second I thought he was just kind of just chilling out there. Yeah, he's going to walk into the base, and as he walks, he's just knocking these ladies over. So maybe that's part of his. I don't know what to do. Just going and just. Why did you do that? Was that just?
I am to be your will, mate.
Are you building something else? No idea. Crazy. Quite an interesting technique. Just yeah, we're going to take our lad in there and then self-destruct our nuclear core. Other things been teleported in. What's coming out for you guys? I assume there's going to be more dreadnoughts. Oh no, Terminators. Okay, alright, fair enough. Terminators and Force Commander. And the Space Marines with their deep striking technology should be able to maintain this offensive, which is something that the sisters have kind of struggled with. They've got really big armies that they've brought down to the south, but when it gets destroyed, reinforcing them with fresh new units has been quite difficult for them. Could have probably dealt with like a Rhino or two to ameliorate that problem. Look at that. Calling down Exterminatus behind the sisters so they can't retreat backwards. But retreating backwards does not seem to be on the cards for them. I mean, what they've got, some ladies here, some ladies over there. Ladies in the middle as well. Absolutely mad that they've been able to stay alive for this long here. Space Marines and Eldar unable to strike that killing blow. The Razorback is going to fight on all the same. Terminators, armed with flamers, going to go for their squad sergeant as well. But these sisters don't mind a bit of fire, that's kind of what they're known for. Lots of swooping hawks in here as well. A superior maneuverability, able to get them to the front lines as quick as they want. Relics and critical locations. I assume the critical locations have been decapped. Yeah. More or less, yep. There we go, good bit of information there. And what a beautiful concave as these ladies fire at the Terminator squad. They're holding on, but doesn't look like some of them were firing for a second then, unless they were stunned. Librarian goes down without a fight. And over here, the Shrubbing Hawks decapping anything that they can get their grubby little hands on. While Big Boy and Small Boy come out down towards the base. Also got the Avatar Cane, a fresh one. And the sisters might have had an opportunity if they were able to get out bigger units. Or maybe if they were just able to keep their Legion of the Damned ally alive. I mean, that base trade that we saw earlier on was definitely not going to win, even if Yazoo was able to destroy, say, for example, the Space Marine base before the Legion of the Damned were taken out. But it's still been a 1v1, and that 1v1 would have more or less have had Titans on their side, so all things to take into consideration. All things indeed. Whole smashing amount of Space Marines now moving across the exploding battlefields. The Avatar of Cain just walking across the battlefield, looking at the Seer Council, making sure that they are doing a good job. But this does look like the end for the Sisters of Battle. I don't know, I haven't seen the whole game yet, so I can't quite confirm whether they do or not. Or whether they pull out something crazy. Let's just check the other side of the map. They haven't built some strange, cheesy, whatever. Does not look like it. We do have a Reaver Titan there, which is quite cool. And fighting on till the last. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to call it there. The Southern team do indeed win. But it was a very, very good map, and a very good match on a very good map. I really like this. There's loads of options for different kind of play styles on a map, as wide and narrow and open again as possible. Especially I quite like these little bits as well. Just adds to the general feel of, oh well, look at all this is dead, nature continues, or something like that. Who really knows? But yeah, cool. If you like the channel, have a look at the Patreon. £1 a month gets you voting privileges for future themed games, as well as one extra Dawn of War video a week. There's also a Instagram, not an Instagram, I don't do my Instagram here. What do I advertise? Ah, the Discord. The Discord is where Discord things happen. All the links are in the description below. My name's been Mr. Landshark. Pleasure's always, never chore. I'll see you in a bit. Peace.